Hey there, welcome back to the channel where I sometimes have something sincere and thoughtful to say, and the channel where sometimes I just complain and share what really grinds my gears. Thanks to this YouTube channel and the feedback I get on the gameplay I use, I had a good excuse to hop back onto classic Call of Duty and strictly play games like Black Ops 2 and record the gameplay for the videos. But for the OG viewers and the 7 of you that actually looked at the gameplay and not just put me in the background, you would know that I played Black Ops 6 for a while and used that as the gameplay. But it got to the point where the game was so sweaty and the skill-based matchmaking was so bad, I would only get on the game to try and record gameplay, and even then, finding good matches to record were so few and far between, so I wouldn't even launch the game for fun anymore. It was literally just to try and get footage for the videos. And I'm not terrible at these games, but for the Black Ops 6 gameplay that you see on this channel, I'm on for Outwatch, alright? These decent games that you see are after 5 terrible games until the algorithm blesses me with the chill lobby. And you can't say I didn't give Black Ops 6 a fair try. I unlocked Dark Matter before New Year's and got to Master Prestige back in like February, so I grinded it out enough. And after going from pure agonizing torture to revisiting Black Ops 2 for a while, it was just a night and day difference. Like, it's crazy that a game that is over 12 years old is hitting the way that the next gen COD just isn't. And that's what I wanted to talk about, because the footage that you're seeing are from my first 2 games back onto Black Ops 6 in a few months. And while I'm not terrible, I'm doing pretty good actually, this just wasn't a fun time because I feel deceived every time I play this game. So like, I don't know how I want to structure this because it's frustrating going over why COD is so bad because it all just feels so avoidable and it's all so crazy. Like, you look at decisions being made and different directions they're taking and you just can't help but think man, how did we even get here? I guess what I want to bring up first is how dry the community is on this game and just in recent CODs in general. And I'm not talking about social media because there are people making content on this game, whether that be negative or positive content, it depends on where you look, but there is an online community. But the community in-game is just so dry and so quiet now. And that's because Activision made everyone agree to a code of conduct. Yes, a code of conduct before being able to enter the game. Like, I'm sorry, I didn't know we were back in middle school having to agree to play nice with one another and be friendly and respectful in a competitive, rated M for mature video game. I don't know about you guys, but COD shit talking used to be an art form. It was a skill that one would develop and gradually get better in. Who can say the most heinous, unforgivable statement imaginable? And it would get serious, it would get personal, but at the end of the day, it was so funny. It was comedy gold. If I had a bad day at work, I want to take it out on the poor 15-year-old that had nothing to do with it. I want him to feel what I feel. So many Call of Duty funny moments I've had playing the game and watching it on YouTube happen on the voice chat with random people. Low-key, it was these COD lobbies that prepared me for dickheads in school in real life because there was no mean nickname anyone can call me that someone hasn't already called me in COD. If anything, I've been called way worse on the game. But now they have AI moderation, so even if you say something that sounds like a swear word, it'll just chat ban you for however long it pleases. I remember being a kid and playing like Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, and meeting this like the chillest old ass guy. Like, I would be like 12 and he'd be maybe like 24 or something, and he just took me under his wing. We at each other, and I don't even know his real name like that, and we just played together. We were best friends, and that was only possible through just open community, just chill positive vibes in the community through the voice chat. That sounds weird, but you know what I'm talking about. If you grew up in Call of Duty, everyone had this chill ass older like friend that they met online, almost a mentor in the game that created a lot of good memories for you. Speaking of AI chat moderation, the moderation in this game in general is run by AI. I don't know if it's fixed now, but at the time where I was grinding this game, it was so bad that if you did so good, people thought that you were cheating. You can get spam reported by the whole team and the AI will just react blindly and ban you. Even if there's no proof, it won't even investigate it. It'll just see, this guy got reported 10 times, he has to be guilty, and then you just get banned. So it's just not fun. You gotta be on your best behavior and not piss the wrong person off, or they'll just spam report you. It happened to me when playing Search and Destroy a long time ago. I aced the enemy team like twice in a match and they mass reported me and I got banned for 24 hours and I wasn't even hacking. There is a damn anti-cheat that comes packaged with this game, and it doesn't even care. At this rate, I'm going to have to start charging this anti-cheat rent because it's just sitting around taking up space. Because they're not even looking at the evidence. Like, oh my god. Like, well, I don't know, man. I'm getting like heated. Like, what else, man? Like, I can literally go all day, but I want to hammer home main points. Content, all right? The content. There's just a severe lack of content in this game. There's just nothing going on, and the seasons last for so long. There are more updates to the game's item shop than there are any meaningful gameplay updates. We rarely get new guns, new maps, new perks. Like, we'll get 3 of each every, 4 months? Like, even if? I don't even know, but in my time playing this game back then, nothing was happening. It just gets so stale. Like, speaking of stale content, this reminds me of a lost art in COD multiplayer. I'm talking about party games, dude. The novelty of party games just don't exist anymore in Black Ops 6, or any of the recent modern CODs for that matter. The old games had party playlists that I have nothing but good memories with. One in the Chamber, Sticks and Stones, Gun Game. I think I saw recently when I booted up Black Ops 6 again that they actually added one in the Chamber. I think maybe they did. I don't want to check. I don't want to open Black Ops 6 just to check that. But these modes were so neglected for years. They gave us little dips in the pond with party games. I know Cold War had Prop Hunt. I just remember one in the Chamber being so fun, and racing to the final gun in Gun Game in Black Ops 2, it just doesn't hit like that anymore. Half of the reason it doesn't hit can be that I can't even play these modes in Black Ops 6 because they're just not populated enough. And that's partly to do with that the game just doesn't have a bunch of players. You know, you can find the player count for Steam at least, and although it's not the only metric, it's the only one that we can see in the public. And it's actually indicative of a trend, and that trend is that this game just isn't doing so hot. But also, matchmaking just sucks fat nuts in general because of good old skill-based matchmaking. Now look, I tried to talk about everything else before getting to skill-based matchmaking because I know it's been talked about to death already. There's nothing that I can say that hasn't been said already. But as you know, Call of Duty can be so graphically impressive. The gameplay can feel fast and satisfying. You can have the coolest collabs, bring back fan favorite maps from the old days, but none of that will ever matter if you can't even enjoy it in the first place. You see, when you do good in Black Ops 6, when you carry your team to the win and are the match MVP, you are not rewarded. You don't get anything. The only thing you get is bent over and clapped from behind, because this is the only game I've ever seen that actively goes out of its way to punish its good players. This game tries its hardest to match you with players at your skill level, even if it means sabotaging your performance in games. If you're in Florida and the players that are the same skill level as you live in, I don't know, Bangladesh, yes, Call of Duty will make you connect with players in Bangladesh, and they will let your connection suffer. For the 5 people that watched my videos a few months ago, if you have a keen eye and look back at my old gameplays from Black Ops 6, I'm sure you'll see stutters and packet bursts. And it's not me having doo-doo internet, it's because I'm not playing in my own region. Connection is not king in these new Call of Duties. I was playing Search and Destroy with my buddy months ago, and we were on such a win streak. I think it was like 5 games like straight that we won. The next 3 games, the randoms on our team and the enemy team were all speaking Russian. We got banished to Mother Russia for 3 matches, and we got stomped on, and then we got let back into America. When you win a game and you check the leaderboard and you see that you went 53-13, back then you'd feel like a king. You would feel unstoppable. You would think you are ready to start the YouTube channel and go big. But now if I do that, it doesn't even feel good anymore because I know it wasn't me that earned it. It was the game throwing me a bone for the last 5 games being terrible. I pop off in a game, I do really good, and at the end, I hit a 1,000-yard stare because I know what's coming next. This game is just anti-fun. That's the best way I can describe it. And if you say, oh, it's a skill issue, I don't get hard lobbies, it must be a skill issue, then by modern COD logic, that literally means you are ass at this game. You are straight ass. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. I will happily argue with you in the comments until kingdom come. You cannot just have straight, good, chill games on Black Ops 6 unless you're actually terrible. My friends, you know, bless their hearts, they've given up. They avoid playing this game with me because my lobbies are so sweaty. We can't even party up with the boys anymore in this game. When I get home from a long day of work, I just want to sit back and relax and play a few games, But this game cues me into the Call of Duty League my first game on, and I can't even sit back and relax. I have to lock in like I'm at a LAN event and be of service to my team. Matches are sweaty, maps are terrible, internet connection is atrocious, there's no community in this game because everyone's muted because they don't want to get banned. Like, this just isn't the game that I fell in love with when I was a kid, man. This is not the same game anymore, and it hasn't been for a long time. This game is a hollow shell of what it once was, and you know, not even a hollow shell, because for something to be a hollow shell, there has to be some semblance of what was in the first place, you know, and there's nothing recognizable from what used to be good in this game. They just jingle keys at you, you know, ooh, here's Nuketown for the 10th year in a row. Ooh, here's firing range again. Ooh, Black Ops 1 legacy characters. Remember Mason? Oh, remember Woods? Oh, you like OG Black Ops 1, yeah, huh? Like, until Call of Duty gets rid of skill-based matchmaking, they prioritize ping instead of skill rating when connecting to matches, and they start caring about their game's quality of life instead of caring more about their in-game store, I genuinely don't see how this franchise will fix itself going forward. Black Ops 6 is already dead in the water, and I'm not super optimistic for Black Ops 7, to be honest. Honestly, the only reason I'll try it is since it's going to be free on Game Pass. I'm not spending another $1 on this franchise. But in the meantime, I think I'll stick to Black Ops 2 and World at War, or honestly any game that doesn't go out of its way to actively disappoint me.